If I were to summarize the next couple of days, I would say that in all of our conversations with clients, growth is the single biggest issue they face, and all of you who are clients in the room will know just how much pressure you're facing to generate that kind of growth. Our belief is that there is a difference between good research and bad research, in the same way that there's a difference between a good car and a bad car, a good mobile phone and a bad mobile phone, a good soda and a bad one. There is actually a difference between good research and bad research in the way that we plan it, in the way that we design it, in the way that we deliver it, and that actually there's an awful lot that we can do to help our clients do better against that growth agenda if we do things better. And one of the things that all of this took us to was an approach around what we've called precision growth. And it really starts from a point of view that if we start every engagement with a client by thinking about what is it the client is really trying to achieve, not what's the research brief, but go back a step, what is the client really trying to achieve? And we can actually simplify it hugely. Most of our clients' issues when it comes to growth really fall into one of a number of categories. Either our clients are trying to expand within the client base and get more market share from an existing client base, or they're trying to get new customers. They need to penetrate new groups of people, or they're looking to innovate and develop new products which would actually do a combination of both of those things. Or like a number of companies moving into new markets, they're moving into new categories, into new markets. And this might be moving into a new geography, China. It might be Carrefour opening new stores in areas of Spain that they weren't before. It might be a healthcare company taking an ethical brand and moving it over the counter and having a different channel of distribution. But most client issues in terms of growth can come down to one of those four things. Now, part of all of this is also thinking very differently about the research. And one of the principles that we've gone back to is the importance of the individual. TNS has got the largest qualitative practice in the world, and the assumption is that qualitative is all about the individual and quantitative somehow isn't. And we challenge that. All of our quantitative work is also based on the premise that the individual is the key thing to go back to, that everything needs to be built up from the individual upwards. And we do that for a number of reasons. We do that because averages disguise a lot. You know, we've all either been clients or worked with clients where we look at an average spend or an average penetration or an average purchase cycle. And yet that disguises so much. An average could be everyone spending the same, or it could be a very wide distribution. And those differences would lead you in radically different directions in terms of how you would approach some of the client issues. If you think back to the growth map, a distribution, a very wide distribution, makes you think completely differently to the issue of acquiring new customers or getting a higher share of wallet than a distribution which is much more concentrated. So everything that we do, all of our business solutions, all of our thinking, is about understanding things from the individual upwards.